Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. You might have seen this face somewhere on the internet before, or maybe you never seen me before. Since a lot of people have been asking me to make this video, today I decided that I'm going to tell you guys my story, where I came from up to where I am right now. Welcome. My name is Raymond. Some of you guys know me as Jeymond. I come from Tanzania, I'm a dancer, and I'm 29 years old. I was born in a small village called Mpanda. Mpanda is located in West Tanzania. I come from a very normal family with my mom, dad, and I grew up with two young sisters. From 2002 to 2008, I went to primary school in Mpanda. And when I finished 2009, my parents brought me to another city called Mbeya. And it was very far, it was like 600 kilometers from Mpanda. They brought me there so that I could go to a better secondary school. Since this school was a boarding school, I didn't see my parents for months. So I was kind of free to do whatever I want without my parents knowing. So in this school, I had this friend of mine who liked music a lot. And our school didn't allow us to have a phone, but the guy had one. So yeah, we were listening music together. He showed me a lot of artists like Michael Jackson, Asher Raymond, and I became so much into American pop music. He used to tell me about their performances, dancing videos, and I was so curious to see those videos for myself. But in school, we had only 1 hour per week that we were allowed to go out to buy some things. So instead of buying things, I used that chance to go to the internet cafe to watch music videos. I ended up liking the dancing even more than listening to the music. I was so obsessed with dancing and I just wished to become a dancer myself. But in my school and street, there were no dance classes. So what I did instead is to keep going to those internet cafes, copy the moves from the videos and practice myself. From there, I just practice. After a few months, people actually started knowing me as a dancer in that school. So a few years later, I finished secondary school. That was 2012. And 2013, I went to teaching college. My parents are both teachers and they always wished me to become a teacher like them, even though I didn't want to. But because I knew dancing was not an option, I feel like I didn't have any option than to go to teaching college. So that's what I did. I was in teaching college for 2 years, and after finishing in 2015, I had to go to live with my parents to wait for a job from the government. I waited for 1 year and a half, I think. This is normal, guys. So yeah, I waited for 1 year and a half. During that time, yeah, I was just at home and I had nothing to do, to be honest. Like, I was just being bored and helping my dad with farming. Then one day, one of my cousins came home to visit me and told me that he started with this famous comedian who was making comedy videos and posting them on social media. I was again very inspired. I was thinking maybe I could do something similar. So, because I didn't have anything to do at my parents' house, I started making comedy videos myself. But until that time, I didn't have a phone. And I was so afraid to tell my parents about these comedy videos. So sometimes I stole their phone while they were taking a nap and record my videos because they didn't know so much about phones. So they didn't even realize that I downloaded Instagram on their phone and post all my videos there. So after a while, the videos actually started going well. And within a very short time, I got a lot of followers. I did like that for around 3 months. Then I couldn't hide anymore. One day, while my mom was in the bus on her way to work, the person sitting next to her was watching, guess what? One of my comedy videos. So, of course, because my mom, she is so curious, she asked the guy, "What are you watching?" And that's where she found me. So after she found out, she didn't tell me immediately, but more and more people from her job and some of her family members, they had seen my videos. So they were calling her because they were concerned that I was lost. So she decided to confront me. She was angry and actually she didn't allow me to continue. This made me feel very bad. I was so sad, I was so disappointed because I finally found something that I was passionate about. I loved making those comedy videos. I loved making people laugh. So it's really hard that my parents didn't support me. The following days, I was really down and My mom definitely noticed that. So a few days later, I decided to sit down and talk with my parents. This was not normal for me because honestly, I've never spoken to them about my feeling or what I like. But I chose to ask them to allow me to make those videos. And luckily, they felt sorry for me and they allowed me to keep making comment videos. So, in 2017, my young sister Elliot got a scholarship to go to study in Dar es Salaam, the biggest city in Tanzania. It's a 20-hour drive from where my parents are staying. So my mom didn't want her to go alone. She asked me to go with her to help her with her admission. A few days after I arrived in Dar es Salaam, I received a DM from a person who ran a huge TV show and they wanted me to participate in their next show. And this changed everything. I never returned to my parents' house. And since my parents now watch me on TV, they also started believing more in me. So I never took that job from the government that I was waiting for because I got more and more opportunities in Dar es Salaam. I actually became the most famous comedian in Tanzania. Everyone, they will recognize me in the street, and this now became my job. I now started earning from this. I got so many brand deals. I work with the biggest company in Tanzania. Everyone were looking up to me and they were thinking I was living a perfect life. Especially because this is how Tanzanian artists make it look like from the outside. But it wasn't the reality. The companies were not paying well because social media in Tanzania was not that big at that point. So I was still struggling with money and sometimes I didn't even know how I'm going to pay for my food for the coming week. This life of being famous in Tanzania became hard for me. I had to pretend that I was rich just because I was famous. I couldn't go anywhere because people, they will recognize me and they will expect me to make jokes every time because they knew me as a comedian. And actually, I'm a bit introvert, so it didn't feel natural for me. It was very hard to find out who were really friends and who were not. Everyone wanted to be friends with me, and sometimes it was because they thought I had money. This is how I was living my life until 2022 when I started feeling a bit lost. I felt like I had achieved everything that there was to achieve as a comedian in Tanzania. I couldn't see a way to keep making new and interesting content anymore. I had worked with so many big companies in Tanzania and I was still struggling to pay rent every month. I just wasn't very motivated anymore and I felt like I couldn't see how I could keep going like that for the rest of my life. But also something huge happened in 2022. That was the year that I met my girlfriend, Isabella. Hi! We will tell you the story of how we met in another video. But because she was a dancer, we started making dancing videos together. The time I met Isabella, I was not taking dancing very serious. I think mostly it was because I thought it was a little bit embarrassing and cringe to show people that I like to dance because they knew me as a comedian. I did sometimes post dance videos, but I did it in a way where I was not serious at all so that people wouldn't make fun of me. So even the video that I made with Bella in the beginning, I did it as a joke. But Bella believed in me. She really saw me as a good dancer. She could see how passionate I was about dancing. So this time around, I started being a little bit more serious about posting dance videos. But many people started making fun of my videos. Many people started saying things like, "Why did you stop making comedy videos? This white girl is ruining your career, bro. Now you're just in love. You're not working anymore." Oh my God. And many of them, they were thinking that Bella was forcing me to dance and that she didn't support my comedy career at all. Oh my God. It was crazy that time. She was always supporting all my ideas, both dancing and comedy videos. But even though I experienced a lot of my fans being against what I was doing, I still knew this is what I wanted. I kept posting more and more dance videos, and slowly I started getting followers from other countries, from Europe, America, South America. This had always been my dream, to reach the people from the rest of the world. And now I was able to do that through the thing that I love the most, dancing. It kept growing, and because I had Bella by my side, who I could always trust and who believed in me, I was suddenly motivated again. I felt I was able to change the way people they were looking at me for the better. And now you guys know me as a dancer and not a comedian. I have never thought that I could be happy in my life that I am right now. I need some ham right now. Okay. It's a dream come true for me, and I have never thought that I could be happy that I am right now. Not only because of what I have achieved, but also because I'm able to see the world, and I've met some of the most important people in my life through the thing that I'm doing. So special thanks to all of you guys. You guys changed my life. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. It has taken me a long time to find the courage to shoot this video. So I hope you guys, you enjoyed it and you got to know me a little bit better. And hopefully you will keep following my journey around the world. Thank you guys for watching. I got it! Yes!